Buddy, and welcome back to another episode of Small Engineering, where it's not the size of the motor but what you can do with it. Hey everybody, and thanks for watching. We've got a lot of stuff done now. I think we're about ready to go in the water. I promise on my next videos I'll have a lot more detail and I'll show a lot more steps. I'm trying to get everything set up, and I promise it'll be a lot better. But we're about ready to go in the water. Just got to get this thing on a trailer and take it out to a lake. And I say a lake because I don't want to have to, if I have any issues or whatever, I don't want to have to fight against a current, because I'm going to bring a paddle with me, but I don't want to have to fight a current. I can't paddle against the current in this thing. It's too much drag. So let me show you what I got so far. We got the exhaust all done. I made a downpipe, and I know this is going to be mostly in the water. Maybe not. I might have to make another little extension piece, but for running it out of the water, it was kind of loud, so I wanted to make sure I had to quiet it a little bit. I work at a muffler shop, so I kind of know a little bit how baffles work. So I went ahead and I put a baffle here and two baffles right here and tack welded them in place. That way they stayed just in this pipe. So it looks like a regular straight pipe, but it's actually got a muffler in it. Just put this brand new carburetor on here, and I tell you what, $16 on eBay, I couldn't even rebuild it for that cheap. Here I got a simple little rudder system. It's pretty much just a bar. I took a stabilizer link from a vehicle where the ball sockets weren't completely wore out, but the other side was bad, and I cut this one in half and then added this bar in between here that goes from here all the way to another ball socket on the other side. That way it has a smooth glide. You ain't got to worry about it dragging. Got a piece of steel pipe right here. Welded that to that. Made sure I had two thick pieces of metal for like a hinge kind of deal. There's a keeper right here on the bottom that keeps that in place, but it's pretty much going to go down anyway. This is actually a piece of aluminum that I cut out of the boat, so I figured I'd reuse that, and instead of cutting this, I folded it over because that made the metal a little thicker. Alright, all I got to do is flip this switch up and it starts it, and I flip it down and it turns it off. Pretty simple. See what it sounds like. One more thing I forgot to mention earlier was I added a cooling fan, and I was really surprised how much air this little tiny fan would put out. Put a little switch on it right here. Turn that on. You can hear that thing moving some air now. Alright, there it is. Next video that's coming out is a test drive. After that one, stay tuned because I got an awesome project going on after that. I got a little girl that I am building a monster truck go-kart. It's going to have some awesome ground clearance, little four-wheeler engine on it, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think it'll go anywhere a side-by-side or any four-wheeler would.